Welcome to another edition of the most consistent, prolific, and dedicated uploads in YouTube history. Sean's View Entertainment on YouTube.com. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and share this video all over the entire internet. What an eerie way to kick off Monday Night Raw with your Raw review. A John Cena steel cage promo, and the sinister, the vile, the evil almost came out of John Cena, almost directed towards a heel turn, talking about villains, talking about changing. And when you talk about villains and changing, here comes Bray Wyatt with a chorus of singing, of a chorus of girls. It was all girls, right? Was it all girls? Was it girls, guys? Just girls, guys? It was boys, girls. It was a number of different people. It was a chorus, a choir, whatever you want to call it. And boy, this was some riveting stuff. This was sick, it was twisted, but it was well done. This segment got accomplished what it should have done and really get you invested, really get you interested in what Extreme Rules is going to be about. I can't remember a segment that was so sick and creepy, that was so well done. Like I said, this was some excellent stuff here. I was very amazed at Bray Wyatt and, you know, his ability to get the crowd and the whole world in his hands. This definitely shook the WWE Universe. This definitely shook John Cena. You want to talk about getting ahead. You want to talk about changing the game. You want to talk about making sure that you are, you know, not just one step ahead of the game, but 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, 6 steps ahead of the game. That is exactly what Bray Wyatt is doing. I cannot tell you how great that this came off, not only probably to the live audience, but on our television screens. A choir, a chorus of singing, a bunch of children, which is John Cena's targeted audience. The whole world is in your hands. It's almost as if the whole world is coming in and it's all coming down. It's all falling down around John Cena. 5 out of 5 stars for this epic first segment to kick off Monday Night Raw. I can only imagine what the rest of the night's going to be like. In the first match on Monday Night Raw, it would be the WWE Tag Team Championships on the line, Ryback versus the Usos. Now, in my opinion, this was a good match to kick off the in-ring action that would follow. Jey Uso injured his leg early on in this match, but the Usos fought on courageously, and they battled like it was their last match, and they came up with the victory. But Ryback definitely showing why they are in the tag team ranks of the WWE. I give this match 3.5 out of 5 stars. Like I said, you got to give it to the Usos, showing that they fought against everything that Ryback you know, threw at them tonight. So, you know, they were able to combat that. So, you know, that was good. And then we seen a new Titus O'Neil Unleashed, get it? See, Titus O'Neil, he's already, he's changing the way people view him, and, you know, he's changing the perplexity of the situation, so to speak, because he's already grown on me. Titus O'Neil attacking Sheamus very violently and very physically. This was a perverse attack. Titus O'Neil really brought it to Sheamus. Sheamus cracked his skull right on the entrance ramp coming to the ring. But the match went on. The bell rang, and Sheamus, with one move out of nowhere, out of anywhere, Sheamus comes away with the bro kick to Titus O'Neil. But I'm definitely liking how Titus O'Neil is being positioned. I'm liking his new attitude. I'm liking the whole ensemble. So hopefully this leads to something. I don't want to hear, oh, Titus O'Neil, he was buried. Titus O'Neil was jobbed out. No. He took it to Sheamus. He beat Sheamus within an inch of his life in this, and the pre-match beatdown was just epic stuff. So I gotta give that whole thing, that whole angle, 3.5 out of 5 stars. I could give it 4 out of 5, but just because Titus didn't win. Now, I don't have a problem with Sheamus winning, but I thought Titus should have won. But of course, you can't make Sheamus look so weak that he can't come back from it. But you could definitely tell that Sheamus was he was hurting for certain. There's no doubt. Titus still, I think, got the best of that exchange. I still cannot believe that first promo, though, with John Cena and Bray Wyatt. Absolutely off the charts. I still can't get that out of my mind. That is going to be replayed. That may have been one of the first times I've ever seen something like that transpire in WWE history. Now, up next, and what I thought was a hilarious in-ring segment between Dolph Ziggler, Damien Sandow, and Hugh Jackman. Now, I know that Damien Sandow looked absolutely ridiculous, recalculous, and this is not how he should be being used, and this is not the way that he should be presented to the WWE Universe, because Damien Sandow is much better and much more accomplished than this, but this was still funny. All right, and maybe it doesn't take much to make me laugh, but I thought this was pretty damn funny, mostly because of Damien Sandow, and of course Hugh Jackman and Ziggler getting the best of Damien Sandow in this segment. Now remember, there was rumors that later on this year, Ziggler, Sandow, The Miz are all going to be guys that are going to be disgruntled, and they're all going to come together because they think they should be utilized and, you know, have their chance to be in the main event, have their chance at a world championship. being treated unfairly, so to speak. So I'll get to those rumors and news and headlines as more becomes available. And then up next, we've seen Cesaro versus Jack Swagger. Now, I don't know why this match isn't happening at Extreme Rules. I don't know why the WWE wasted it on Monday Night Raw. Maybe this is going to build to a tag team match at Extreme Rules with Paul Heyman and Cesaro versus Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter. I don't know. This match was all right. It could have went a little longer, a little too short for my liking, but it ended up with Paul Heyman causing a distraction by, he took bearded control of the situation by pulling Zeb Coulter's beard, and this led to the distraction, and Cesaro gets the victory over Jack Swagger yet again. Cesaro proving why he is the Swiss man of the operation. The king of Swiss, ladies and gentlemen, Cesaro. And if you don't know, ladies and gentlemen, did you know that Brock Lesnar defeated and ended the streak of The Undertaker? Yeah, just in case you didn't know. And up next in more in-ring action, it was Cody Rhodes going against Alberto Del Rio. Now, Alberto Del Rio looking pretty sharp. It looks like he's bouncing back from his mediocrity. Going back a few weeks ago, he's been losing. He's been on a bad streak. He's kind of been suffering from Jobber's anus. Wait a minute, what did I just say? Wow, that was bad. That was bad. That'll be a Sean's Entertainment blooper. Blooper stooper. But anyways, Alberto Del Rio, Cody Rhodes, and Alberto Del Rio getting the victory. But the story behind this match, Goldust and Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes not pleased, not happy with the loss, and he was taken out on Goldust, who had nothing to do with it. Visibly shaken, visibly upset, and Goldust just wanting to be a man and, be a helping hand and telling Cody Rhodes, it's all right, it's okay, you can bounce back. But Cody Rhodes didn't want to hear any of it. You can see the turn between Cody Rhodes and Goldust coming. What the hell was I just talking about? Wow. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we would see Alexander Rusev almost annihilate Xavier Woods in R-Truth, but R-Truth and Xavier Woods had a plan tonight, and that focus was to make sure that Alexander didn't get ahead, because at Extreme Rules it will be 2-on-1. And if what we saw tonight on Raw was an indication, R-Truth and Xavier Woods might even have a chance. But when it all comes down to it, do they really stand a chance in hell? And up next, Stephanie McMahon wanted to apologize to Daniel Bryan. And her way to apologize was by giving Brie Bella an opportunity at the Divas Championship. But really all it was yet another setup by Stephanie McMahon, because during this match between Brie Bella and Paige with the Divas title online with Daniel Bryan at ringside supporting his wife, Kane would come down. Now, earlier in the night, Kane's mask was locked up. It was in a case, we didn't think Kane was there, but then all of a sudden, Kane would appear. He would come from underneath the ring and try to pull Brie Bella to the depths of hell, but Daniel Bryan would fight back, and this would, of course, end the match. But in the end, even though Daniel Bryan took a monkey wrench to Kane's head, Kane would still get up and hit a choke slam on Daniel Bryan and still try to make Brie Bella's life a living hell by carrying her down. But each time that he tried, Brie Bella finally, somehow, swiftly got away, but that was a very scary scene. This was a good segment, once again, very effective, and, it builds even more momentum, if you want to call it that, for Kane at least, going into Extreme Rules. And like I said, I felt this segment was done very well. We've seen this before, but not with Daniel Bryan and not to this extent. So I thought this was a pretty good segment here, and the true demon, the true Big Red Machine is indeed back in the WWE. So I enjoyed that segment for what it was. Daniel Bryan once again getting bested by Kane the second week in a row. What's going to happen at Extreme Rules? Finals of the Intercontinental Championship, Wade Barrett versus Rob Van Dam. This match was decent for what it was. We've seen a lot of interaction. We've seen a lot of interference with Cesaro and Jack Swagger. Wade Barrett picks up the opportunity and is now the #1 contender to the Intercontinental Championship. I just got to say right now, this Monday Night Raw has been hitting on all cylinders as it concerns the build to Extreme Rules. WWE is hitting the ball out of the park and is definitely enticing me to want to watch Extreme Rules, which is what the WWE had to do tonight. They had to entice the viewer. They wanted to make sure that they want the viewer to be in tune to what is going on, and WWE did all that tonight with matches, promos, and then, of course, we had Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns in the evening's main event with huge implications on Extreme Rules with Evolution. Who would reign supreme? We all saw what would happen. We all saw what went down. It was a knockdown, drag-out brawl. We saw what happened in the beginning with Monday Night Raw. We saw how it ended, and it was pure chaos and pure bedlam. This is how Raw should be. This is how we liked it. And we've even seen some slurs, bad words, girls, and everything in between. Subscribe. 9 out of 10 stars this week for Monday Night Raw. Later.